everyone, welcome back. The first DIY is going to start with 4 of these faux wood 4x6 picture frames. I am going to remove the tabs and everything from inside the frame, and I did that to 4 of them. Now I am going to hot glue them together, first side by side, and then I will glue the bottom to the top. Once that's done, I am going to take some white chalk paint and give it a weathered and frosty look. Now I am going to take some polyfill and I'm going to hot glue it into the windowsill to make it look like there is a little snowfall right inside the window. You can also use cotton balls if you pull them apart really well. I've done the bottom and then I will repeat the same thing on the top. Now taking 3 Christmas picks, I'm going to bend the wires back and hot glue them into the upper left corner of the window frame. I made a loopy bow using the buffalo check ribbon from Dollar Tree as well as a couple of streamers, and I hot glue that right on top of the greenery. I got these letters from the Target dollar spot last year. They were $3. And I am going to hot glue Merry and Christmas to the streamers of the ribbon. These do have a sticker on the back. I hot glued the Merry on and I decided to try the stickers for Christmas. It did end up falling off, so I did have to go back and hot glue it on. Now I'm going to take this cardinal decor from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the little clip that it comes with, and then I'm going to hot glue it into the bottom of the window frame. Of course, you can position it wherever you would like it to be. Now, because these are picture frames, it was very thin where I glued it, so I added a tumbling game piece to help secure the bird in place, and then put more fake snow there to cover it up. Taking one of these buffalo check placemats, I'm going to take it apart completely. I want to measure how much I need for the window. I ended up having to do this part over because I didn't take the seaming into account when I did the measurements, and the curtains ended up being a bit too short in the end. So I did do this part over to make the curtains longer. Thank goodness I had a second placemat to do them over with. You'll see there how short they are. These are the first ones that I made, but in the end product, I will show you the ones that are the proper length. But I do hot glue them at the top and along one side. And I am going to use a bit of the buffalo check ribbon for a tie back. You won't necessarily be able to see it, but just in case you do see it, I wanted the tie backs to match the curtains. For our next DIY, I'm going to take these 3 house-shaped tea light candle holders and I'm going to clean them really well with some alcohol. These all are glazed ceramic, so I just wanted to clean them off really well because I am going to paint them. I will be painting them with this satin acrylic paint in chocolate, and I did pick this up from Target. Each of these houses took about 5 coats of paint to get them to the color that I wanted them to be. And these are going to be little gingerbread houses. So the color had to be really, really good. And of course, I wanted to make sure that you would not be able to see the home sweet home and the welcome. If you wanted to, you could give it 1 coat of paint with white chalk paint and then paint it with the chocolate paint, but I just went for it and this is how it turned out. It's still a little wet here, but I'm just showing you the color and the texture, and I don't know about you, but it kind of looks like a cookie to me. I am going to go in with some of this puffy 3D paint, and I did pick this up from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to decorate the little gingerbread house. This project would be great to get the little ones involved in. They can design their own little houses any way they want to. This puff paint I left to dry for 24 hours before I touched it. I believe it comes in other colors, but I only picked up the white. Now I'm going to take one of the glass inserts from the picture frames, and I don't know where my double-sided tape is, so I took some Scotch tape and folded it over on itself to have the double-sided effect. I'm going to take some of the split wood beads. Now, if you don't have those, you can use some of these types of gems from the Dollar Tree. They come in circles, they come in ovals, and they also have little stars. I'm going to place the split wood beads onto the tape. I'll link those for you in the description box below. I did get them from Amazon. Taking some white chalk paint, I'm going to paint a few of them in the white chalk paint. If you don't have the gems, you could also use some of these iridescent beads the Dollar Tree is currently carrying in the craft section. Those are really cute. They look like little bubbles. For the rest of the split wood beads, I will be painting them in Blossom from Waverly and also Plum from Waverly. While the beads are still wet, I am going to take some regular Epsom salt and sprinkle it over the beads. And I will do that for the pink ones as well to make little gumdrops. And of course, I will sprinkle those with the Epsom salt as well. I am going to take a bit of this crimson paint. This is also a Waverly paint. And I'm going to take a skinny brush and start to paint lines to make little peppermints. I only made a few of these candies. Of course, you can make as many as you would like to. Those are our little peppermints. I'm going to set those aside to dry, and then I'm going to make some of these candy canes. Basically, I'm going to take silver and red pipe cleaners, cut them down to the same length. Then I'm going to twist them together until I get a cute little peppermint pattern. Then I'm going to cut it in half because I want smaller peppermints, and then bend them into shape. And there we have our peppermints. I'm going to take some glossy Mod Podge and go over all of the candies to help keep the Epsom salt on the candies and to make the peppermints shiny. This is what the little gingerbread house looks like after the paint has dried, the puff paint. And now I'm going to add the candies after they have dried as well. You want to be sure of the placement of the candies because if you glue them on and then take them off, the paint will come right off with it. Make sure that you are placing the candies where you want them to be. It takes a lot of work to get all of those coats of the chocolate paint on the houses, and you don't want to mess that up. For our next DIY, I'm going to take some of these shower rings from the Dollar Tree, shower curtain rings I should say, and some of this white yarn. I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue at the beginning of the shower ring. And this is just going to help secure the yarn in place because I will be wrapping the rest of the ring until it is completely covered. When it gets to the end, I'm just going to secure it in place with a little bit of hot glue. You could also use tacky glue. And now we have sort of a little snow ring ornament. This is how I'm going to loop the yarn through the shower curtain to make a little hanger for the ornament. And then I'm going to tie a knot at the top. To customize these, you can either take one of the wood letters and insert it inside of the ring. I use the initial K, it's for one of my dogs. You could either leave it in its plain wood, you could stain it, you could paint it, you could go over it with Mod Podge and glitter. This is just one option. I went ahead and made a couple more of the ornaments, and then I decided for a bit of whimsy to take some of the fairy garden designs that could also be Christmas designs and add them to the center. This one is a little like milkshake with a candy cane. And then for the next one, I decided to use one of the unicorns, the one that is laying down. And then this one I thought looked like a perfect sugar plum fairy, so I added her to the last ornament. And of course, you could add glitter to these, little bits of holly, little bits of greenery. You could add bows, whatever you would like to customize them even further. For our last DIY, I'm going to take this toilet scrubber and also this bottle brush scrubber. I'm going to take them off the handle. This one is the toilet cleaner, and it's just in there with glue, so it was easy to pull out with the pliers. Then I'm going to cut it in half. Twirling it around, I'm going to cut it at an angle where it's more narrow going towards the top, or until it looks like a tree. This one is going to give me two trees. One is going to be this little tiny tree, which is the bottle brush cleaner at the top, this little piece. And then this larger one, the wire at the top is bent over, so make sure you straighten that out and then cut it from the handle. And you'll cut it the same way at an angle, wider at the bottom, more narrow at the top until it looks like a tree. I took it outside and sprayed it with this Pearl Mist Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint, and then while it was still wet, I sprinkled some of this glitter over it, and I believe I picked this up from Walmart. I don't remember, but I think that's where I got it from. I hope you can see the glitter did stick on there. I know it's a little hard to tell, but these are the two larger trees. This is one of the trees that comes packaged from Dollar Tree, and the other one is the tree that we made. I'm going to take some of these wood pieces from Dollar Tree, and I did go ahead and drill holes into the top of each of them. Now I'm going to take some hot glue, put it along the wire of the tree, and insert it. And the little wood pieces are now going to be the base for our trees. And now I'll do the rest of the trees the same way. And here are our DIYs. I wanted to show you our Christmas window without the curtains, and after you see it with the curtains, drop a comment below and let me know which one you prefer. Do you prefer this look without the curtains? Or do you prefer the Christmas window with the curtains? If you don't want to do wreaths or you're not good at making wreaths, this would be an awesome project for you to hang on your front door during Christmas time. Here are our gingerbread houses. I did take some of the string lights that I bought from Amazon. I'll link those for you below. and I inserted them on the inside. Here are our cute little whimsical ornaments. If you wanted to, because the inside is not painted, you could still use a real tea light, or you could use the LED tea lights. And our Christmas trees came out so well. Of course, if you wanted to make them green, you could spray paint them green and then sprinkle them with glitter. I think the little candies on the gingerbread houses turned out so cute. Let me know in the comments below which one of these DIYs is your favorite, and of course I always want to know if you plan on recreating any of them. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for part 3 of my Christmas in July series. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, let me know by giving it a big thumbs up. And I will see you all in my next one. Stay tuned for part 4. I hope you're all taking care. I'll see you next time. Bye.